So they choose the side. They will go for the defense, where already you can see NAVI are putting the pressure on, but Veqaj, oh, he flew under the radar for a moment, but Hiro takes him down, and Boaster running in a little early, gets cut down to size. Kajak's got a huge challenge, and good trades from NAVI set them up for a 3v2 post plant.
Yeah, I like the mid-round call. Put the pressure on, get in your opponent's face, try and overwhelm the players and not allow for that retake to be properly set up. Puts them into an advantageous position, and with Ruxic,
it's come off the screen,
in an aggressive spot, he's going to be able to hold the line. Know that there's no flank coming either because of the trap, and it just leaves Filu jiggling. He's already seen everything. That's all they needed to know.
There's some danger up close from Alpha. That bandit, the fire rate, not even used there. The one tap clean to start this off. Ruxic running out of those headhunter shots down to 2, and no heads have been found. That nade can take him out. It's chased him all the way back to main. Bought some time, but time ticking for crashies as the defuse not even halfway, but he gets it there. He sticks it under his nose. The time surely
Tiger needs to clear this close angle. I'm getting a little bit nervous. One through, runs in, but it's a disappearing act. Allows Hiro a freebie. We saw the stat a moment ago. He's got the most kills so far in kickoff, which is surprising considering the performance that Alfajer had. They've still left, yeah. Shao is very far away from the rest of the team. This is going to be the latest lurk of all time. But luckily, they're still going to have a 3v2 on the site. Kind of looking at Veqaj, though.
Shao's even taking his time. Now they know that they're here. Shao speeds up. He's heard the steps, knows there's a player going to screens, and the eyes on sight now focused in. Ruxic locked in on that angle, waiting for them to step forward, and if they take too long, it'll be death from behind. Snakebite buys time. Ruxic's off, chimes in, and Shao has completely whiffed. Veqaj now has a chance. Surely not another FNATIC clutch. Looks like a dog's going to be the point of contact. Showstopper active, fired out, and lands on Alfajer. Veqaj ran for the hills, so Heaven Control given up, but down below, lurking, waiting, is Boaster, and he strikes at just the right moment. Another blinded up. The spray was good. Running and gunning as FNATIC set there. Got more of a fight than he wanted. Oh no!
Yeah, that Viper screen going down. Pushed through his own pit in mid. Veqaj just managed to get rid of Shao. That's the lurk on the other side of the map gone. And actually, Alfajer has managed to clear out Hiro at the same time. This is very quickly turned into a winnable position, but Ruxic patiently waiting. That operator picked up, has cleared out Alfajer. The back and forth ends with NAVI in an advantage.
They know that Boaster's on screens as well. The Veqaj was mid, could be wrapping behind them. The Seeker last saw him there, so a lot of attention being put towards their backs, but FNATIC have the smoke pulled back, still gives him that opportunity. Yet they've lost Filu on that cross down on mid. The whole team swinging out. Oh, and Ruxic missing the shot. That is a costly start to this round. And but look at the players left on. What did they? But if they do get in, the pit could turn them around back in their favor.
Oh, anti-flash for Boaster, and then Veqaj is unblinded by the time that he makes it around the corner.
We see those 3 players left and go, okay, what do they have? Stoppers landed for nothing, and now they can put that pressure on later. Although some players going towards the vents, they're going to make some noise and a bit of a distraction. Shao is just lost in this instance, but it almost works out for Ruxic. He gets some damage done, but in the end, it falls apart. And I really, you have to wonder, what was Shao thinking?
Oh, sociablE's got one back. And hoping that there's some space. Oh. I thought there was a chance, because again, maybe the kill onto kaajak could be enough, but again, you got 15 seconds. He doesn't really have much of a reason to go peeking. And then when he does, nullified so far, because either he's played the lurk and they've...
For NAVI, I don't think this is something that worries me that much, because I've seen Shao play a lot. I've not seen him play like this a lot, but he does need to...
Why does that not work?
Because it's just a flash in the pan. It's a little shaky start, but he can get there in the end. And Alfajer, well, he doesn't need any sort of warming up. Nice shots.
Oh, crispy start to the round. Of course, it's a lower buy, but yeah, I would go on the other side of the coin and say I'm actually very worried because they're losing 7-2 on their own map choice.
Sure, yeah, without a doubt.
And unless something drastic changes, it looks like it's going to be 8-2.
It's more every round that goes by, I'm like, well, that's the last round. Shao's going to make one of those plays, but it seems to be his new play style, at least in these rounds.
Okay.
Nice shutdown from Hiro. And a 3 versus 3 hit going down. Okay, Navi now have a real opportunity at converting this. Ruxic, I mean, he can get real close, but there is a player watching it for now. Boaster's up top. The timing is key as Veqaj goes down and sociablE's double surely locks in the round win.
Yeah, they know exactly where Boaster is as well. First one comes easy, but he's got
still possible. Look, there's plenty of time for Navi to get back into this as long as there's no more mistakes.
Go.
TP into the backlines, back to the scene of the crime. But will Shao be a repeat offender as he moves out towards the A site? It's all open. It's being given up. Or can now be found with Ruxic dropping crashies. That's about as good a start as you could hope for.
Yeah, he's been a menace on the A site. This time he avoided it, I think, knowing that showstopper was likely going to be coming in. And now posted up in their post-plant positions. It's going to be difficult. Still most of the utility available for NAVI to try and deny over the top. Alfajer will have spotted the man behind, and somehow he's almost doing tricks on top of Shao, and they quickly find a couple back in return. It's left all onto Ruxic. He managed to kick it off, but they're already beginning that defusal hidden in the corner. He needs to land the shot, and he won't be. There we go. There's Shao.
There he is.
Hello,
yeah.
Shao.
1 second. There we go. No, really, really nice stuff from FNATIC, and I think for Navi, you know, it's really heartbreaking. They kind of needed that 7-5. They want to be able to bounce back. We see them slowing down in the same regard, while Navi are looking a little bit lost. Showstoppers landed out of a Viper's pit. Now an op strikes on the other side, and the advantage is, well, they don't compound too much thanks to Ruxic. But where do you go now? No control of B main. Viper's pit is up in B. They look for the A site, and I can't believe Alfajer is going to walk through the pit. He is right behind them. He missed them by a pixel, by a second or so. But with that pick onto kaajak, I mean, the thing is, if Alpha gets this strike onto Shao, they're going to be stuck on site.
Oh, he's low on HP. Look at Shao is looking completely the wrong way. You wouldn't expect anybody to be there that quickly. And because of it, the advantage swings back. Ruxic still with the tour de force available, but low on HP. We need to see something from Filu in this round. They still don't necessarily know where the other players are coming from. Immediate usage of util to clear that close angle, forcing Ruxic back down to just 2 HP. Filu needs to land the shot, and he gets nothing. It has to be a 2 HP ace, and they already know. I feel like that's why FNATIC were playing so deep, but instead, throwing that in, steps being made by Boaster on the other side of the map, and sociablE's just gone walking back into the vents. I don't know what's going on. Like, NAVI players today have just decided to, I don't know, maybe twerk for opponents, just go in backwards every time. Ruxic's done well, but they have, I swear Boaster made noise in the heavens. I guess they're just forgetting the spots that people have gone past. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he walked, but I could have sworn he made steps heaven on B.
What if Andy can chef up
I'm hoping I'm wrong, because if he just walked it, fair enough, but also kind of not.
I mean, honestly, listen, on that stage, white noise in your ears, I'll even forgive missing a sound cue. But if you give up mid, and 20 seconds later, someone, you know, walks backwards, like Michael Jackson moonwalking into that angle, I can't forgive that. That's a very tough one to forgive. Big mistake being made there, and well, Hiro, try as he might. This round is and then you make those mistakes in round 1 of the half.
Well, Alfajer has already rinsed sociablE. We spoke about some of the closer games that FNATIC have played, the loss that they took, and the need to warm up. Looking pretty warm. Looking maybe a bit too warm. Maybe cool down a bit, guys. Maybe save some of it for the later matches, because...
Think of the fans.
Yeah, you know. People want to see this version a little bit later on. People want to see you play all the best of 5. Well, that's not possible anymore. They want to see you play 2 of the best of 5s. But right now, they are cooking. Never mind. The comeback. Filu. That's what we wanted to see.
At moments, at times, there's sparks. And I'm excited to see how he can grow into this roster. That round there from him.
This is also the half where you kind of expect Ruxic to have his impact. Being able to have that defensive side operator. Aggressive positioning being taken. a lurk left in Veqaj to try and catch any rotators, but FNATIC always happy to sort of run that clock down a little bit low, start to play with the minds of the opponent. The fact that I'm currently watching Hiro watch the spawn kind of says everything you need to know about how things have gone so far.
And even then, you saw Ruxic, he's watching it as well, because he's worried that they've already slipped past
30 seconds left.
the effects of the pistol round, I imagine, at play in front of us. And with the man advantage, the last thing you want is to let them mosey on up behind you. I like this containment from NAVI. There's not too much of a risk. It's hard for FNATIC to punish players, except for the fact that one is down so close. 12 seconds back. It's kaajac's chance. Veqaj has one already, but with kaajak down the site, still has to be claimed. A shot from Ruxic. 4 seconds. Plant coming in. They've got time. But Ruxic just needs to interrupt that. And it's wonderful. I mean, they put all the pieces together. They should be ready for this B hit.
Yeah. Straight in, though. Double ult. Backside, well, it's definitely going to be Cheng now. The spam bullets not quite doing enough. A lot of damage done, but Filu's able to trade one back. Both of the players within the site. Oh no! But sociablEE, I don't even know what happened. He's just murdered everybody in front of his teammates' eyes. And well, Veqaj is probably just wondering what on earth happened. Where did everybody go?
I should be getting some free space. Have you not noticed that Odin? I hadn't.
I was about to say, crashies says earlier about the Odin. Well, it's going to be Alfajer to feel death at the hands of sociablEE. A very different look to the man that was throwing pop flashes a moment ago. And Shao, there we go. It's 3.15 instead. Not quite pi, but at least seeing a little bit of a comeback until crashies drops him and Ruxic. Now this starts to get a little bit dangerous.
30 seconds left.
Be Boaster to do something about this. They've still got the cosmic.
Oh, crashies.
It's not the moment to do it. sociablEE wants this. The 3K from the Odin is calling him. The Blast X on the site, boots on the ground, and a big swing from the whole squad. Boaster! Oh, it was so good. From NAVI will contain that mid presence. Alpha's going walkabouts. This is risky. It could be a double swing coming in, and Shao is drawing Alpha's. Oh, nice shot though. What a correction. With a double swing, it's here.
Yeah, Gatecrash was on the other side of the map. And when kaajak had the spike, I was thinking maybe they were going to switch it up, because I'm looking at the late lurk coming through from Veqaj, but they didn't. 25 seconds, and they're going to try and make the run all the way back. But that's the bit I don't understand, is you might as well have left him with the spike.
Let him TP with it, yeah. I guess just because he was pushing that bit forward, up round, making noise. And look at
no one's there,
the success. Yeah, 4 players towards 3 on A. 1 in mid, Pit's about to fall, and you can get not only a lot of control deep in towards their spawn up into heaven, but that Viper's pit. Now, rooting you out of this, that's going to be damn difficult for NAVI. We said that the comeback needed to be next to flawless. They could lose 1 round and keep themselves in it. Well, very well may be the round.
Yeah. Still, they got plenty of time. The spams not far away from catching crashies, and well, he's already gone. Ruxic done well to clear, but it's the Viper that's going to be the tougher of the two, the one that they need to remove, and kaajak is acting as a bodyguard. Boaster, well, it will be that Viper now drop, but even still, Hiro's just looking to try and clear him out of the backlines, and doing that won't be easy. And even once you've done it, we're going to split into the 1v1, but the round is already done. It is FNATIC to take it. Jiggle this again. I wouldn't bet on this. There you go. That's exactly what I was expecting. Forcing him back with utility.
Would have went to Ruxic, would have at least had a challenge instead. He might be late to the party. No, he catches Boaster on the cross, and kaajak as well. NAVI, they are still drawing breath deep into this game. Shao falling though, could give the plant away. It could give FNATIC a fighting ground. The nade late, it will do damage. It might even take him down. Oh, barely surviving. Alpha, he's got himself a showstopper. They could end it here and now. FNATIC have been slow to start. They're 11-3 up, but this half, it's been nothing but defeat. And in the final hour, they have stepped up. NAVI hit double digits. Has embedded himself in elbow, and they do not know. Not an eye cast in his direction. And a double tap looking for more as Alpha falls. And Hiro eventually removed from the round, but his impact, oh, it's not going anywhere. FNATIC 2 men behind and no ground really to speak of traded out for those losses.
Yeah, this one's going to be a difficult fight back an opportunity, but sociablEE not going to overplay his hand. Especially when they've got Ruxic locked in on the other side of the map, although he's got walkabouts again, an opportunity, but the shot's just not connecting for either of crashies. 35 seconds up and coming on the clock, a full retreat giving time for crashies, and there you go. There you go, got there in the end. A few extra shots towards sociablEE and Ruxic now under pressure, a chance to turn this back into a 2v2 if they can isolate this man. And that is a big if.
That's a problem. NAVI are closing in like a net. Ruxic with a phenomenal shot.
Shao left with the judge and Filu given the rifle, while Ruxic playing at the back of the bees. It is not great.
It's hard to watch. Like, they divert your eyes. Oh, goodness. Boaster gets there in the end. A very valuable pick for FNATIC. Remember, this is a round they come into with advantages stacked up in their favor. NAVI have so many weaknesses, and despite damage onto Filu, they're still in a 4 versus 3. And FNATIC are completely spread out. The other problem is that they got the info on a player close on A, playing on that corner on the left, not the one that Shao is on. The drone didn't see him, and the judge sitting in that corner now strikes the element of surprise.
There we go. For FNATIC, of course, this was the half versus BBL. The rest of the players that have the rifles, and in fact, there's already a pincer coming in onto mid.
Poison's off.
Oh, careful.
Well, the spike's still inside main, but they're looking for that fight. Drawing eyes, Ruxic down means they're rotating in, crossing by this angle that Shao's currently on, where Boaster lurks and waits. Shot landing from afar puts him to a sliver of health. And that should be an easy cleanup for Boaster. Filu, the last man standing. He's been detected, he's been heard, and the rifle's being recovered across the board. This is far from an easy recovery on the round. 2, 3, now under his belt, but the ace will...
Now at least very aggressive early start out from Filu, and it's a 1-for-1 trade.
I got the spike.
Do they keep pushing on that, though? I mean, look at the position Ruxic's gone for, and it was broken. Now he goes walking forward. They don't expect that. Why would they? Frankly, foolish move a lot of the time from sociablEE, but that's exactly why it works.
Yeah, we saw it in the last map with the sky flashes. He's very good with timing, and you see it again. The perfect moment to re-peek, looking for a little bit of target. That was greedy. That was greedy. Bit off more than he can chew.
Not sure about that one.
Although, there is a world he hits that shot. It
looked close.
It was very, very close. Boaster now with an operator. Oh, we've seen this man do this many a time. A rotation already in from Ruxic, but he is somewhat isolated. Doesn't want to give the game away. Doesn't want to give that 2v2 over to FNATIC. And is waiting for support.
Nice shot by Boaster. Okay, back to even footing. A smoke up. Oh, another player spotted as well. Valuable information. It's only Ruxic who's unknown, but he's wrapping around. With Alpha finding that shot, though. 1v1 after the pick. Ruxic's position now revealed. Alfajer ready and waiting for the both. They're cleared mid now. There's no one there. But luckily for them, there are 3 players. 2 are in mid, so they're super close to this B hit. A lot more presence from the defense should be here than expected.
Hunter's Fury being used. Very aggressive position already, but Veqaj is going to be taken out by Filu. A good flash to make that a little bit easier, and Hiro caught on the cross. Leave Shao alone.
Re-clearing the window as the first wall went.
By Ruxic, though, is almost going to force them back into position. Shao's a great. But as they go along, they've been better and catching some of these riskier positions, forcing players out. Thing is, the rotation, as you said, is coming because of that delay, and sociablEE already 1 down and a second as well.
Yeah, Filu's the guy to get the second kill. That was your B player, by the way. They've now rotated in for the double kill. But you kind of expect the Viper's Pit to go down on B if you're NAVI. You think that Alpha's probably close. You saw the orb go on crashies. Both site is the most likely scenario, but a missed shot. That's it. Oh, now the advantage gone. They needed to at least take this to a 2v3. NAVI can just run the numbers game.
crashies. They know roughly where Alpha's going to be coming from, and he's already going to be cleared out by Ruxic. It leaves just one standing. Well, it's a bit more
to
late.
it after the tie-up earlier on. Now the B side under threat. Cosmic Divide in, dash in as well from Veqaj. And that backside hold from Ruxic doesn't last very long. Crumbling across the board are NAVI.
Yeah, really nice execute. One of the sort of things you've almost felt was a necessity was Ruxic being able to hold the line on this B site. We've seen it a lot with Vipers in any iteration of this map.
Yep.
It can be a very lonely. Oh, okay. Okay, that was nice. That was nice. I'll give him that.
Because then they've actually translated to an op. Hit it. Yeah. No. Count that. That's definitely piqued my interest, but
Who's next? Cutting through.
Sociable genuinely never changes. So aggressive, but not been forced off this time. Viper's pit to the back of sight. A lot of pressure being put on. Sociable has been able to find out here. A big early pick. The Viper's pit on the other side, gone out of the round, and finding this Viper's going to be so important. There was an opportunity for Veqaj, but that opportunity has faded. And with the spike still able to go the other way, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Can kaajak get out of here, though? His gate crash is fading, and it is gone.
Yeah, he wants to take this fight. They know they got rid of the drone thanks to crashies spamming hiro as he popped that out, but the swing from kaajak into Filu, I tell you what,
aggressive B execute.
That was very nearly won, but Hero's still alive on 70.
Oh, my. He's really feeling it right now. An opener onto Boaster. Smoke's dissipated. 45 seconds left, and they're walking into what is still a fairly stacked up side. A nice shot from kaajak, though. That's sociable gone. Still 2 remain. Shao trying to move over to the back of the site. Has the support of Ruxic, and Ruxic's done well. Veqaj walking with knife out. Not expecting a second player to be here. In fact, though, the attack are going to try and double back, but they're going into the man at the moment. Almost lines them up and just looks to get out of there. Alfajer with 20 seconds. He needs to just run it straight towards Filu, who's holding the angle. Even trying to bridge.
Game's all right.
Okay. Once again, Sociable's gone. We've heard the rumors of Scrim Filu. Potential Filu. And I think we're finally getting to witness it. This time, though, Boaster will shut him down. Shao low, but still holding on to life, clinging to the site. Shot darts flying past, and eventually Alfajer will clear him. It's the low buy rounds where FNATIC have seemingly been able to do far more than they should. And now the other star operator player on the other side, Boaster, with a chance. crashies finds a rifle.
Blocking.
The crashies duo didn't make it to the top of the tower in Mini's ratings, but we'll see if they can do it this time. They're just about surviving still. Holding on to life. Boaster going back for a little more. This time he lands a shot, but the trade is there. And it's going to be the Sovas facing off the doppelgangers against each other with only one standing in the end. They're wrapping around each other, and Hero's got the time against him, but he'll still land the immediate headshot.
3-round lead, and it started out so nicely, you know, for Veqaj, who's had a very tough start to get in there, find a pick, do some damage to Shao as well. And with boots on the ground, players on site, that should have been all there was. Certainly in the last map at 11-3, I didn't have a lot of faith in anything on Breeze.
Well, we'll see about their attack side, I guess. Okay, Hero. Okay! I guess if just spam the angle and they walk in, it gets easy. Nice work from Alfajer. Hero, well, you could tell. He's like, all right, this might be my round, but a fair bit of damage done. Doesn't want to overdo it. Hunter's Fury sent through. Boaster on a bit of an off angle has managed to clear one, but just before the Cosmic Divide goes up, he falls and leaves just two standing. Viper's Pit for Alpha gives them some space, but also locks them in, and Hero has managed to take him out.
The shock didn't land, at least. Alpha on the Viper. Well, it's a good thing he's not the Jet. Otherwise, he wouldn't have a chance at this clutch. On the site, orb up. He's going to cross out of the pit, looking to take this fight deep, but the AWP is holding.
We are back in. A pistol fairly important for FNATIC on their map choice. I was maybe expecting them to pick the Abyss. There you go. Finally, a little bit of magic from the Veqaj Jet. Not seen much from it so far. Kaajak, oh, hello. He's definitely spotted his opponent. That one didn't seem too difficult for him.
Spike down B.
No, doors. He's heard them, though. He knows that they're en route, but this shot, it proves to be easy to start with. Decoy catches him fully, though, blinded up. He is dealt with. Kaajak has managed to put a spanner in the works. Coming up behind them now, meaning that sociablE's essentially trapped in a corner. The team tries to float out to help him. Nice connection by Shao, trading headshots with the Bulldog from Boaster. The shot dart almost took him down, but NAVI not ready to relinquish control of the approach. Filu not posted on the angles. Instead, he'll be swinging into them for now, at least, though. Posted on mid, waiting for crashies to make a move, and he steps into the angle. Drops crashies immediately. The element of surprise paying off tenfold as Kaajak tries to, make his way up behind them. Thread the needle, and well, I thought he was getting more than just a one, but the numbers stay even. And for FNATIC, I expect them to wait to try to take the retake together, but Alpha can't help himself. Gets in there and puts the advantage firmly into FNATIC's court.
It's safe to say that he is feeling it right now, and well, a little bit ahead of the curve again. That's given Hiro an opportunity. A Bulldog, and then, of course, the map, especially with the Hunter's Fury, just makes those executions so much cleaner. Filu taking that space, knowing that that disruption is likely to come through for him in just a moment. And for Boaster, if they use that ult, there's going to be a tough hold. They're just walking out there. In fact, they just have faith in Filu to do the damage himself. Walked out. Boaster's already been spotted. Now he's completely surrounded. Nowhere left to go. And I was thinking, okay, Hunter's Fury is going to be great for the take. Well, it's even better in post.
I think they actually almost baited out because they have it, because they took such a fast early approach. I was waiting to hear.
Should have been dead there. Needing to be the star. sociablE already, ultimate online. The path is set. The dimensional drift. Clearing out angles. Now, Boaster has been a little bit cheeky, a little bit sneaky, trying to find a way to get the opener. He's now got quite a few players behind him. He didn't even know. He didn't know they stuck the angle. Probably expected them to just TP out of there. Instead now, crashies has at least found one, but with a massive disadvantage. The beams of the Furies going past each other with a target potentially met, and actually it was almost two, and there is that second.
That's all come crashing down for FNATIC. Is NAVI seem to have in the rifle rounds. There'll be a lot of information, even just off of the bots that they can send through on Filu. Information has just come in a much cheaper form.
Again, that time is ticking. Kaajak, though, with his second opener, it leaves Ruxic under immense amounts of pressure. Prowler being put through just to try and bait them into thinking it's the other side, and he's going to have to go absolutely ham, and he gets nothing. Veqaj back on the Viper, back on comfort, it seems. And well, yeah, I was going to say that, but there's going to be a salvo or two, but they can just wait.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well throw your one out. You get it for free at the next round, but... Oh, goodness! Okay, Hiro's got one and some damage, but that's all there is to write home about. 4 more players need to be dropped. It won't be a flawless round, but at least.
Yeah, of course, a lot of stakes on the line here. The loser of this game going up to face the winner of Heretics or KC. I'd expect them to be favorites either way, and obviously the winner will face a strong start. We saw this defensive side pretty good in their initial matchup. A decent trade to start, though.
Other side of the map. And in fact, Shao, he's wrapping over through bathroom. He's going to be cut off on this rotate because Alpha is still waiting. But is he looking the right way? He is. We cut to him as Shao's head is cut clean off, and the double fake for FNATIC has worked wonderfully.
Yeah, still yet to get to the side.
30 seconds left.
With such deep control. Again, they've got an extra salvo to try and buy them a little bit of extra time. But I feel like this is something that, yeah, FNATIC, they've got enough time. They're not running it as low as maybe in the past. There's a chance that the special delivery could deliver a kill, but instead, it's Alfajer once again. There's a reason we wanted him on the duelist, on the Raze. We know what he can do. Hiro's done well, though. In fact, he even doubles up, and sociablE's on a late flank. Seems like he was maybe expecting someone a little bit closer. The flash has given the game away. They know exactly where he stands, holding the angle. Bear in mind how low Alpha is. He could be spammed out of the box, and the cross being held.
It's unlikely it's a B stack after that. You're thinking about at least one or two.
They can check as well.
They've spotted them both out. Both players seen. kaajak will take space on the site now on front. Shorty in hand. Players covering from further back. 50 HP left to play with, and a double connection. Huge trade for Alfajer. And the nade sent through does damage onto Hiro. A pit locked in, and well, it might be costly. They're putting a lot on the line, but if NAVI don't go for the save, they will lose. For Filu or Hiro means no ult. Online off. Rip the next round, but very
5-0. Economy booming, and wow, much faster looking take. Alpha over the top. kaajak already made it to the back of the site. Hero's been dealt with. Ruxic trying to fight forward, and he succeeds. Can he get out of there? No, the C's has grabbed him, but there's no one to capitalize. He will live to tell the tale. This is where FNATIC can build that post plant, though. Snakebite, Molly, available. It's about clearing those players out quick.
Yeah, here comes though Showstopper, the big problem, and it's called crashies right away. Veqaj and Boaster, 2 versus 4. Boaster swinging backside, what a shot! Great connection, and Molly gonna be sent through, but the wraparound should prove to be too much. An isolated fight for Veqaj though, and the Molly buying him time. Orb, oh, the orb hasn't landed, but it might even give him a way out. With a snakebite in hand, he can make this very dangerous indeed. He goes marching forward, snakebite landed, Ruxic forces the fight. After this one, from one of these teams being in Santiago, and we're wiggling rifles at them. All right, we'd love to see it.
Oh, well, there is the wiggler. Alpha has already managed to find one. Trade out. Ultimates, they were built up into this round. A chance now to try and deny them at least the additional space, but they have avoided it. And, well, unlike FNATIC, they've actually got plenty of time.
At the moment, Hiro is watching for the flank, watching for a player coming through that pit, but he's about to be spotted. Now they know that he's up close. He'll step back just a moment, but the C's goes in. 1 HP. A spam will be enough. The reveal doesn't catch him. No, crashies doesn't know that he had a player dead to right. Still, those defenders need to push on forward. They have thinned the herd down to just Veqaj. And you're letting this one slip up. No room for error to say about it. This is nasty. They've just lost the round, and their response is to fully freeze and wait. That smoke's going to fade pretty soon. Flash has caught Veqaj! Oh my God, he's got 2! Blinded up in that corner, and okay, he might have overheated a bit. But you know what, I'll take it. He should have been dead.
To be fair, I don't think he expected a third player to even be there once they pushed all the way far down. Filu, he's in no man's land, looking for a pick, and from FNATIC. And while Ruxic, okay, he's just gonna swing it. He's feeling like an alpha. Oh my goodness, there's no way he survives that. That's how, oh, and also a TP from Shao.
Oh, no.
He's gone in to try and help and has ended up as part of the deficit. Now sociable. This fight versus Alfajer ends up being everything. He needs to try and hold some ground, and in fact, Hiro's already running his way back. Boaster gives him an angle, but that was a spike. He needs to just get out of there.
Yeah, he's made it back around through long, but ready to burst out of spawn until that Molly blooms. Was sociable. No flashes left to fight his way out. The dog sent through instead, but it's already being caught. The snakebite used to buy some time, but the flank up by Hiro only spotted now. He's found one, and now FNATIC know they're surrounded on all sides potentially, but the group up in spawn actually gives the advantage to NAVI for a moment. Nade and Salvo sent through, but Veqaj easily repositions. Showstopper now sent his way. They don't know where he is. A single bullet will be enough. Eruption from the defense. Dimensional drip sent through. kaajak. Nice spotted both these players on long. The utility is going to be fired in, and only the one. Sociable's able to get out of there as well. Numbers stay in favor for the defense, and Hiro! No, it's a game of patience, or maybe a game of chicken. For Filu, he has to worry about his back when his execute comes through, but he's got 2 teammates close by to cover him. So not as much of a worry on his shoulders. Showstopper sent in as Alfajer takes down Ruxic, but the rest are caught back. The utility keeping them at bay. Where was Hiro going? He saw Boaster there. He knew he was stuck in the corner. Filu pulls this back to 3 on 2. What a set of shots! That may just have given NAVI the chance. That pit goes wide, but it could fall any moment now. He did just run in there with an op, didn't he? Why?
Yep. It was a risk. It was a big risk. Maybe thought the Viper was planting, but that risk hasn't paid off. Sociable. Round the edge. Still has a flash to play with a pop flash in here, and crashies gone. It would leave a 1 HP player on the other side. The barrel got spotted. He saw the gun, and now crashies is behind both of them. The first one is free, and he just goes back. Shao is chasing shadows. He's looking for the man lurking in the darkness, trying to find an opponent. The molly. It's going to be revealed if he waits any longer. This pickup wasn't just a random player chosen. There's always thought behind it individually. He's been sublime. Starting to agree with us as well that maybe he should play more Viper.
Yeah, that was a breath of fresh air for FNATIC. 4 players towards A to start. Not much spotted. Presence now on B. Oh, they've read it. They don't like what they saw on B. They think that was a fake, and they're dead right. The spike has already made it here, but they're ready to burst out. I think they're going fast, yeah. The Yoru flashed through, backside already claimed back. The nade has pushed them in towards slams. For now, at least, FNATIC have got a foothold to pounce from.
Has a muscle in pistol for NAVI, and with that spike ticking in their favor. And even the HP advantages, you feel like this has to be one that goes their way. Sociable, oh, he's surviving in the corner.
They won't know.
They should have seen that he was caught, though. The siege should have caught him, so they should know that he's in this corner. In fact, a couple of kills coming up. Make that a third. Alfajer was well aware. Leaving Hiro and Ruxic. That time is ticking so desperately fast. Somebody needs to get on it, and they need to get on it now, and there just isn't enough time. The deadly...
The smoke, do the TP. Instead, they're going to be a little bit later, and I like this. He goes into the TP. kaajak can just gate crash into heaven now, but causes problems as they think about that bathroom control being taken over. NAVI have more ground to worry about, but with crashies down, that's going to help them get the spike planted.
Aggressive in their post spawn as well, trying to just defeat anybody in front of them, and that's the feeling.
He is pulling out a lifetime.
You might watch players who have decent stats in games, like in officials, and when watching Filu, he saw him play like very, very well in their practices, and he went, well, I know if I get the confidence out of him, that's what I'll see.
Poison's off.
For self.
Okay, Blue's gonna clear. Smoke to the back of sight. Showstopper. Okay.
Yes.
So you need to have the showstopper. It's popped towards a player that's very far away. Die. Hero kill everyone, but they don't have Hero on Giants. That can't be the play.
That's true. It could be the anti-Giants play. Heroes their kryptonite. Okay, here we go. Kajak's on his way through, clearing out all this space. Spotted sociable already. That's one on his radar. Second player needs to find. They need that information. He doesn't spot him. Okay, so now hiding in the shadows are NAVI, and they're striking from them too. Boaster gets onto the site, but a problem with the salvos going through. Heroes bought them valuable time as it keeps on ticking. FNATIC need to get on that spike. They need to buy a little bit more time for themselves, force those fights halfway! Boaster's got the first! He might just have this! The shots don't land though! I should have known from that flash.
Yeah. Win, flash yourself, go 2 players down, win a 3v5. Maybe the strat was the last round. Now I'm thinking about it. Because he said it during the last... Never mind. Never mind.
Also have insane stats when your entry just picks up everything.
Welcome to my...
Viper's pick gonna be put in. Oh!
See ya!
Alfajer! What a response! That pin gave away the position, and Alpha's kill now causes a big headache. Okay. And they even put through the hold on a Yoru TP.
Opportunity for FNATIC with kaajak ready and waiting to catch on the cross. He hit the shot, and that's enough to help out his teammate, and the second player's not so lucky.
Yep. This should be the round wrapped up neatly in a bow. And the question now for FNATIC is, will they lose anybody? The convincing performance. kaajak wants those orbs. He's hungry, running it down with the op, and a third in this. You might even see them attempt the retake. Unless they're going to just hold their ground individually. Orbital strike already sent through. I'm quite surprised that it was deep to delay towards Hookah, but those rotates are going to take so long that NAVI just have to wait the util, and now they play more or less the same exit they would have. A safe corner for Boaster at least, and the catch has made it to the site.
Yeah, he's now the cross held by Alpha. Early trade. Veqaj desperately low. And they picked off a low Boaster as well. It's all starting to fall into place for NAVI. The remaining two have a decision to make. The credits there, sort of, but that operator might not necessarily be an option. With 4 players standing, you almost feel like there needs to be an immediate pick, an immediate mistake. Well, that was the opportunity. Sociable to 4 health. That's the second
time to go, but he's looking for a little bit more damage. He wants those picks, he finds them, and now to flee for the hills. I think he may have shown the willingness to play this a little bit slower, but not quite to the degree that FNATIC have. The push now coming in, but kaajak finds the opening. Hiro stepping in through the smoke has already landed 2. That's the B site completely under their control thanks to Hiro. Veqaj will try to make this more costly for NAVI, but the late play by Ruxic has shut him down. They knew he was there with the TP giving away the Q, and honestly, I'm surprised to not see a save already, but they're going to go for this. A 2v4, now a 2v3. Kajak's up, could get them right back into this, but Hiro...
This FNATIC roster with Veqaj coming in, him having a great game. But you do have to kind of look to the other side and go, well, there is the one who got away. The one who you let go, the one who is standing in for your squad and has now headed over to NAVI and might need just one of the next 2.
FNATIC were 3 for 3 in matchups last year. Up against NAVI. Not looking to let it slip as kaajak drops Hiro. 2 rounds to get to OT, and FNATIC already putting their best foot forward to start this one.
Left.
30 seconds on the clock, and the wraparound from Alpha should lock this round in for good. It's a freebie, and he even doubles up. One more chance for NAVI before overtime. They've got the credits for it, that's for sure. But that valuable showstopper,
10 seconds left.
not in play anymore.
Oh, nice shot from Shao, but I think the next one's going to be a bit... For kaajak, he can play a little bit more sparingly. Speaking of sparingly, look how far Ruxic went!
That was an early bit of aggression. Kaajak as well with the same, going back in, but Alpha, oh, he's tucked in the corner. That showstopper, it's going to be popped right here and now! And the connection only gets 1! It looked like so much more was possible. He can't even fall back. Kajak's missed a shot! And they broke his gate crash! A 3 versus 2 now! Just moments ago! This looked like FNATIC had guaranteed themselves an OT. We're moments away from it, but now Veqaj and crashies, they have to get in there and defuse the spike, and Filu, on a tear of a game, has slipped away from the site. An uphill battle in this retake. Veqaj has had one hell of a game. They have no info.
Prowler finds nothing. Reveal still available. Veqaj will be the first point of contact. He spotted ahead, but the same for his opponent. Here's the steps back. But that time has been ticking for quite a while. They need to get a move on. crashies only just making it into the site. They were waiting for the Viper screen, hoping that that could give them a little bit of a break. The spam through hasn't managed to deny it. In fact, they're just trying to stick it all the way, but it has been stopped. They need to get back on it. They need to do it now, and they've done it at the last.
To this game, talking about how much FNATIC like to run the clock down. We meant about the attack side, not about the defense retakes. They came back in there, though, with full toxins. The wall goes up, and it's a problem. A blast pack. Stop that defuse.
Back once again. But Ruxic, that fight starts with a Veqaj death. I'm sure he'll be happy with that after the last round. But there will still be a plant. And a very aggressive position for Alpha here.
Yeah, he's up in heaven. And they've pushed all the way into the spawn, swapping positions completely with the defense. And the thing is, for NAVI, you're about to burst out of bathrooms, come in through short. You think that you'll have the element of surprise. You think about those close corners that you need to clear. Not often will you focus your sight so far back. Alpha, he's already got the opening, but that just brings them back to a 4-on-4. So he wants more. Back out with another. Alpha puts them into the lead in terms of numbers. Molly down, buys a bit of time too. A nade online with that second kill, and that means even more delay, even more damage. Shao's almost gone down to it, and then the salvos come in, and then the cavalry arrives.
Crazy the spot we find ourselves in. The mid-round adaptation to switch up to the back of the site. As you said, I'm sure NAVI came into that going, we've got the element of surprise.
Yeah, close right, like, up top.
There's going to be somebody watching the spawn. We're all coming from behind. They're never
going to win this game for sure. 12-10 to NAVI. I thought NAVI's got this, and now here we are.
But He's definitely being careful of it. That second flash, I said, he's always been good to hold it. He's holding the angle, but lost the fight. As they back up towards the other side, this is where Veqaj will be under some pressure. And actually, Alpha,
Prowler didn't see anyone.
The Prowler, I think, did it catch him?
I don't think so. I'm fairly certain it ended right at that corner. Hiro has flown under the radar. They have no idea that he's here, and they won't think about it for a few seconds. This is a free double for Hiro. In the pulse of NAVI, it doesn't go quiet just yet. Boaster, I think this would be a play to remember. A play that would haunt Angel's nightmares as he watches from the coach booth. But even with the first, so much more needed. Another will get orbital strike online.
Yeah.
And he
No
has a
smokes,
molly,
though.
but it's in the wrong spot. Indeed, no smokes is quite the issue.
This is their first. The pressure placed. Hiro being hit by everything, but still standing. Shao under serious pressure, but he's gone down to the snakebite instead. Even still, though, Hiro may have been hit by every piece of utility under the sun, but he'll still take down Alfajer, and the reposition is wonderful. While that time is ticking down, pressure being put onto Hiro, but I'll be honest, I want to avoid that guy, but there's still another Turkish superstar that's caught them on the other side of the map. Veqaj, though, that's going to be the spike down. Sociable needs to retrieve it, and he just about manages. He'll get to that B site, and Hiro's been left behind. The snake in the
30
grass.
seconds left.
He's heard all three. He's just heard all three players step towards the spawn. They could call for the rotate back, but instead the plan comes in. Hiro so far away with no salvos to play with either, and he's going to wrap all the way back through the spawn. I mean, this gives a window to strike for FNATIC, and although Sociable goes down, that pit still stands strong, and look how deep it goes as well. To walk through that choke point leaves you on a sliver of HP. Veqaj can barely cross the door without going down to one. They're going to have to challenge him, and they have to deal with Ruxic, limited vision, barely any health. They heard the shot, though, at least an idea, and that's Ruxic down. A chance for FNATIC to carry on as crashies lands the shot to Hiro.
Two players that retook the last time. The same two players that walked in to an impossible scenario, walking through a Viper's pit with Hiro on the other side, and still come out of it alive. Maybe, like we always talk about crashies, but I'm looking at Veqaj and crashies as potentially
Kaajak, obviously.
well, Filu, he's already managed to take down one of the danger men. Veqaj is gone, currently there, but the full rotation, the full force of NAVI is looking to try and run it down. The goal for Ruxic is buy time, slow them as much as possible, even putting through salvos, but Filu has then been caught. They can look to try and get that spike in, and they will succeed.
Yeah, planned for now. The TP heard as well, so they know that Bath is going to be taken over, but Kaajak is
Dodge the Tiger.
playing this one nice and slow. He's given up the control, but Alpha here waiting to strike in just a moment. He swung a little early, and Sociable manages to drop him. Numbers thinned out somewhat. No molly left to play with there for Boaster. It's going to go halfway up already. There, the molly lands. It had already been fired out. Thankfully, that buys them precious time, but it's already halfway defused. crashies, he's got his work cut out for him. 3 bodyguards defending as the defuse.
Almost caught.
Still 100 HP. 4 shots. No hits just yet, but Alpha's here to change things up. FNATIC, they're holding on to life again. A 4 versus 2. Hiro spam not quite landing, but here comes the salvo. That's going to open the door. Hiro's got a challenge coming his way, but Veqaj wins it. Hiro's the one forcing the fight, but FNATIC forcing the fold of NAVI, that advantage. It's about to bounce back.
Oh, well, for Ruxic, 12 seconds, 4 to find.
10 seconds
He
left.
spent about 30 seconds trying to just kill off Veqaj. And I don't even think he's going to get that done. Nope. In fact, call into a false sense of security. Ruxic's now spotted them looking to cross. Orb in place to make that plant a little bit more awkward. And Filu, the operator, in a good position, but he's missed. And now he's under pressure from Kaajak from behind, a step too far, and he is dead to
30
rights.
seconds left.
That's another time they've been caught in the back line. And in fact, it's a spam shot that clears out another, leaving just Sociable standing. FNATIC might be about to have their first chance at victory. Unless Sociable can pull off a miracle. The first comes easy, but the next is tougher.
Okay.
Veqaj down as well, the player above. Surely he doesn't expect an alpha yet. The FNATIC could look to end. Will there be more bends, more twists and turns in the tail? Boaster's Molly's going to start things off, burning at their feet, but the openers have gone the way of NAVI.
The advantage there's for now. But the spike not planted
so
and players incredibly low. That even took Ruxic down to 5. He got hit by the final shot, I think straight into his shoelace. The rotate is going to get this plant. I don't see a way that they can stop this now. There's no nade left to work with for Alpha, but crashies gets space.
Oh my
what
God.
a shot, but it's traded. So
planted.
important for Hiro to strike, but he's the only player with health. Ruxic on 5
enemy
HP
remaining.
will quickly be dealt with.
them
And they know Hiro's towards that backside. Crashies Prowler doesn't make it around it, doesn't find Hiro, who's sneaking his way back behind that tall box. It's all going to come down to the timing. Crashies!
He is staring across the stage.